hold it just a minute. Okay, go ahead, answer your questions.
Okay, so whenever you're talking about positive feedback, um, would a scab be considered a positive feedback?
Yes,
Okay,
the clot forms. Yes.
okay, awesome. And my other question was for the what is it? Anatomical positions and like all
Yes.
that part. Are we gonna have worksheets for this, or we just
No.
gonna
No.
look
You
them
got to
up?
know it. This
Okay,
is the
like
big
we could
time.
look it up to study,
Well, you
like
can.
find
It's
one and
on
do
the
it.
PowerPoint, and it's your job to memorize it. And you'll see what there'll be questions within WebAssign, and you'll be able to uh, practice over and over again. But it's your job to memorize these terms. In anatomy and physiology, we do not use word banks or anything like that
Okay, awesome.
because,
Thank you.
okay, keep it. Anybody else has any questions? Okay, Mia, you got a question?
Yes. Okay, and this was kind of like what the email I had sent you regarding the notes, the guided notes that we have to turn in. When I was looking at the PowerPoint and at the guided notes PDF that we either print out or just do by ourselves, I noticed that some of the topics that were being discussed were not on the PowerPoint. Is there anywhere else we are supposed to look for to fill in those, or do we just Google
Okay, so
that?
what I'm going to do is I'm going to let me see if I can open in Blackboard and let's see if I can stay here. Okay. Okay. I'm still recording. So can everybody now see the announcements in Blackboard? Okay, so let's answer those questions and how things work. Let's go to your view right here. This will be your view. Everybody see uh, the announcement that I sent? Okay, so the first thing that you got to start working on is these refresher modules. And they start down here. You just click on these various topics, study them, and go through the PowerPoint, the world tour. This is not available, but then you have a quiz and you get 15 minutes to answer 10 questions. Uh, we're having a due date on that. The due date I'll be publishing that. So this is the first thing we had to get done. We also have these modules right here. If you click on these modules right here, and these are the intro to anatomy, and then there are guided notes that you have to answer and scan to uh, be able to complete these uh, right here. You don't have to answer the objectives. You start answering right here. Okay, let's do that. Okay, so we'll turn this off. Okay, turn that off. We'll minimize that. We're back to Blackboard. So always check announcements. Everybody checked it today. Here was how to get to the lecture. And OpenStax is your textbook. Okay, so the textbook is a great source of information. You just click view online. You could order a print copy for 50 bucks. Uh, you could download. So if you hit click view online, You have the table of contents, and we just talked about levels of organization. We just talked about homeostasis. So if you look at the schedule, so if I go back to the schedule, okay, right here, okay, down here's the syllabus, and it includes the schedule. Open with Word. Okay, so if you move down through the syllabus, and I'll be posting a separate copy of the schedule, but if you go down through the syllabus, you'll notice that here's the schedule. And you notice with each topic, the chapter in the book is indicated. So you have the book, PowerPoints, and the guided notes, or the modules to learn all the material. You can use all of them, some of them, or whatever. Okay, so let's go back and get rid of that. Okay, so we're back to the, so we have the modules, the guided notes, and the guided notes turn in. If you want the PowerPoints, here they are. There's additional topics. So questions, who has questions? Mia, did that explain stuff?
Yes, it did. Thank you so much.
Okay, so any questions? And I'm gonna keep going over this stuff. Okay, so let's stop recording. Stop recording.